Vasco in blue versus Alexios in red. Alexios red. 2 minutes, 3, 2, the bet is on. And we are in, guys. Let's go. We are in for this final between Vasco da Gama and Alexios. And right away, look at this. Are we going forward? Are we going forward? We are not going forward. It was like, are we going to lame right away? No. One boar, two boar for Vasco in the back. Same for Alexios. Persian should have a really good bonus on water thanks to their dock. But overall, I think the opening should be same for the Mongol player because like the Mongol player will be able to gather the food of the boar and the deer way faster. So in theory, it should be better for the Mongols player. The opening should be better for the Mongols player, but Persian opening should be really solid as well. And we can see that Mr. Alexios is not going for the Borleo instant. Like he wants to maybe find some co, find and take some co before going for the Borleo with the scout, or maybe he's not going for the lure at all. Looks like he wants to go grab some co's before going for the lure. That's gonna be first boar under the TC for Vasco. Yeah. First boar under the TC for Vasco, and this boar is gonna get collected really fast thanks to the Mongols bonus, guys, and that's gonna be a first number camp on the starting island. Same for Alexios. Alexios is definitely trying to get the cause. I think he know. I think both, if they practice together, both know that the order is like boar into co at one point. Maybe Alexios is thinking like, wait, what if I go co into boar? I mean, my boar won't move from this. The co, I can maybe steal the co from my opponent. That should be good. So I could see definitely Alexios going take the cause early from his opponent and to grab this early food. And look at the Mongol scout back there, but Alexios is already taking all the cause. That's well played by Alexios. As I said, both practice partner in my book. So both clearly going for the... They clearly know what should be the opening of the opponent. And looks like Alexios is doing a smart thing because he is stealing the cause. And look at that. Both are going on the bottom because both know that the other scout should be around trying to take the cause as well. So both are trying to go for the big path to avoid the scout of the opponent. That's funny actually. That's really funny. Dock already up for Alexios. Dock being built for Vasco da Gama. Vasco gonna have 3 boars, and Alexios at the end of the day won't have a third one. He didn't lure a third one, and I think why not? Like Persians having extra 50 food and 50 food is actually really solid. So maybe you don't need that. And looks like Alexios will lose this core though. He might be able to take them home, but yeah. Alexios waiting for the cause of Vasco to come back to maybe steal them. It's a bit unlucky. He's missing them. Yeah, that should be a call for Vasco. And Vasco gonna go and gather some info from his opponent phase. 18 vills for both. Loom already actually for Alexios. Alexios going for a second dock. Alexios should be clicking really fast. Same for Vasco da Gama. When you go for Loom, guys, most of the time that means you want to go up behind that. We can see one going up, and Alexios will go for an extra veil before going up. Interesting. We saw both trying to lame a lot of sheep under the TCs. Looks like Vasco wants to do that, but just to be careful. You kinda don't want to waste your scout HP. And we are idling a bit the TC, and we're gonna go up for Alexios. Alexios should be a bit late, but Alexios is taking the info about the vills going on the south. No loom. It the info about the no loom by Vasco as well. So Vasco is going up no loom, which is not a big risk. Why? because he's playing Mongols, and when you play Mongols, Mongol is the thief that can go up the fastest in the game. So you know that you can go up without loom and make loom after, like when you reach middle age, basically. So let's see. He going into gold. No gold yet. Like a lot of co and ship under the TC. Kinda the same for Alexios. Alexios bringing some more co. And yeah. What's gonna be the opening? It's gonna be barracks for Vasco. It's gonna be... What is gonna be for Alexios? Are we going toward the second dock? What are we doing? Are we doing exactly the same strategy for Vasco than he did before? We'll see. Are we queuing a galley right away? Are we going for a range before? Like what's the plan for Vasco? Loom in. The devils are not super weak anymore. And actually nice micro by Alexios, taking the advantage on the scout HP. Nice micro by both. Yeah, and Alexios will kill Vasco da Gama scout. And that's a scout rush for Vasco. That's something new, definitely. Definitely something new, while Alexios is clearly going for the... Oh, what? Oh, that's a big mistake by Alexios. Like, he started to cut these trees, and he forgot to make a lumber camp. Basil went back all the way, and now it's a lot of idle TCs. A lot of idle TCs. And that's Gale incoming for Mr. Alexios. And Gale for Vasco, but Vasco is playing Scout Rush actually. That's a bit that's something that we didn't see too much yet. And Alexios doesn't have a barrack yet. And Alexios is going for the barrack now only. Okay, he will spot that his opponent is going for Scout. Because he killed the first Scout of Vasco earlier. So he knows that this is a new Scout actually. Second Scout incoming. Nice quick wall by Alexios. Second one potentially. Oh. Double dog for Alexios. So double Persian dog. He should be able to kill opponent's fish. And that's the first echo kill in this game. Maybe a second one. He really wants it. Oh! Oh! Deville is saved. Deville managed to jump into the TC just in time. And Vasco is losing 2 scouts right away. Oh, that's not the best start for Vasco actually. He lost 2 scouts for a Ville. And now he will be behind on water. He's not doing any more scouts. Yes, he's doing more scout actually. My bad. He's doing more scout, but he lost a lot of scouts. Like he lost the first scout, which is not cool because then he won't have like a good number of scouts. He will be on 2 scout only, and that should be a problem actually. Because if he loses the fish too now, it could be a real disaster for Vasco. Another co coming. Idle TC a bit like 0-second idle TC for Vasco, 47 seconds for Alexios. So Alexios is behind on the Ville number, but he might have more fish too. And if he manages to snipe this fish, he'll be in a really good position. Vasco should have more galley though. Looks like he wants to go on the top. It's gonna be 3 versus 2. So Alexios will need to go back actually. That's gonna be a galley fight onto the water. Fletching on the way for Alexios though, while Vasco da Gama doesn't have a range, doesn't have a blacksmith as well yet. So the +1 should be good for Alexios. He should be able to win the water thanks to that. The question is, like, how fast will he win the water? And that's the good start for Alexios. Alexios, if he manages to snipe this galley, he will be able to kill the fish fast. The scouts are still running around, trying to find some kills, and that should be a dead Ville, another one. For Vasco, yeah, that was a nice Ville pick. Second Ville kill for Vasco da Gama. Like, the scout rush is paying off for now, but I mean, as long as he keeps his fish alive, it's paying off. As long as he does not have a big idle TC, it's paying off. But he needs to be careful because remember that the Persians TC do work faster. So on the long term, Persian should catch up on the economy pretty naturally. Nice micro actually from Vasco, really nice micro. And on the water, that's it. Vasco just lost the water. He will lose his fish and he will try to snipe enemy fish before losing absolutely the water. So he's sending some galley. Will try to save the fish, and he clicks up actually. Actually, Vasco da Gama is up thanks to the bonus of the Mongols on the deers and the boar. He is already up actually. That's impressive. While Alexios is still kind of far from going up. Not gonna lie. Alexios still far from going up. Like he's still really far from going up. And yeah, that could be a problem for Alexios. Alexios is not adding a range, it's just into a barrack. The galley there will be annoying though. It will avoid Vils from Vasco to join the main island. And he is camping the dock as well. But Vasco is kinda doing the same now. And he's managing to snipe two here. Which could lead to more Vils kill actually. Because then here won't be there to defend versus the scout. And Alexios still far from picking up, while Vasco is up already. Alexios should be able to defend this, but nice snipe, actually. Nice snipe from Alexios. Really nice one. Like at this point, Vasco is just trying to snipe his opponent fish for losing his low water completely. Still running around with the scout. Alexios still not up. I mean, Vasco timing is insane. He clicked up so fast. I mean, we are only at 17 minutes. Like, Mongol's pick looks really strong, actually. Really good. Alexios adding a stable. And the GG is called. Right away. GG called by Alexios. He knows he won't be able to defend versus the Step Lancer. He's calling it right away. Okay, not even trying? That's... I mean, he has the water. He might be ahead. I mean, he could definitely wall this. I mean, he's gonna face Step Lancer. That's definitely something like tricky to defend. But I mean, it's HiddenCup final. It's worth the try. And I mean, you can potentially expand on water like a madman as well. You are Persians. You have more vills than your opponent. And yeah, I think that's an early GG. Early GG, but Vasco is leading this set 1-0. 1-0 for Vasco da Gama in this HiddenCup final. Best of 7. 1-0 already. And we're gonna go into game 2. Rage quit? This chance best of time? I just did it, Mr. Links. I'm on it. End of the Gugu's lost streak, guys. Oh, MSI. MSI back in the Gugu's industry? Oh boy. Vasco 71%, taking it home. All that went for the hold up, it didn't work. Unfortunately for you guys. Classic Viper quit, saying no minute. I have to stay humble. I mean, I did my predictions already, but gotta stay humble. If this game would have gone late, I think I prefer Mongol Soya Passion. That's true, Gobstein, but I like Persian's TC goes up faster to the next stage. He was about to click up. Like 2 minutes to defend versus Lancer is for sure really long. But I mean, you have 6 extra. You do have the fish. Your opponent is no close from going back on water. You have like 6 army on water left to defend in case the opponent is going back on water. And it's HiddenCup final. I mean, he could have tried a bit more, but maybe he had this scenario like during a training and he was like lost and he was like it's impossible to defend at this point. And instead of losing some energy trying to defend, maybe he decided to go next, which is absolutely fine. Like, we don't know. Maybe they practiced together and they were like, oh, okay, Step Lancer. One Step Lancer mass is going on this map is just not winnable. Okay, let's go next. I'm dead. Let's not try out something and lose some energy and waste some energy while it's a long best of 7. Okay, let's just go next. Chill. It's game 1. We're fine. My opponent used. Keep in mind that the Vasco used Mongols. So maybe Alexios is like, it's fine. He used his first save. Like, I know Step Lancer are broken at this point if he has the timing. So let's just not tilt trying to defend something that is not defendable, maybe. Let's go next. I clearly can see that. As a player, I can really see that. And I think it's absolutely fine. Especially that Alexios do have Chinese for Mudflow. Mongols for Bay, I mean, he has a lot of potential for good games still. So he clearly don't want to tilt now because that's going to be a long final. There is nerves in the Cup final as well. So clearly he wants to save some energy, and I think he's absolutely right to do so. Let's go game 2, guys. 1-0 for Vasco da Gama versus Alexios. And the reveal gonna be just after game, just after the final. Game 2 already hosted. Mudflow. Alexios goes for Byzantines on Mudflow and not Chinese. I'm a bit surprised. Maybe he's keeping Chinese for Arabia, which could be a really solid pick as well, not gonna lie. And the prediction gonna be up, guys. Predictions up. Time to bet your Googles. Vasco versus Alexios. Game 2, Byzantine versus Italians. On draft-wise, Italians was the 5th pick and Byzantines one of the last picks. Actually, once again, Vasco using a more important seed, but I would say after the top 3 or 4, saves that don't matter that much. I would say the most important is the top 3-4 saves on each one. So it's actually not first steal for both of them. And Mudflow is Alexios' home map. I'm surprised he's not picking Chinese on it.
Oh my god!
Maybe he wants to keep Chinese for Arabia, guys. So yeah. Oh, Smiley. Thank you so much, Smiley, for the raid. Thank you so much, Lady Smiley. Thanks. I hope you had a good stream. I am casting the Hidden Cup 5 final. I have been cooking all the week my predictions. And we are about to know who is who and who will win the tourney. For the raid. Went for the person who will probably lose, hoping for a fatigue Gugu's payout. Wait, you bet for Alexios, Red Bull? You just bet it for Alexios? I mean, how good are the odds on Alexios? Oh, they are pretty insane, actually. Like 1 for 5, basically. That's pretty well. And what's funny is like 5% bet on Vasco and 10% bet on Alexios. Place their bet on Alexios. That's actually kind of funny that more people are betting on Alexios, but with like smaller amount. Like a lot of people wants to go for the hold up, kinda. That's funny. I hate this slumber camp. This slumber camp, I hate it. Like if you have Vils from a side or Vil from another side, both are super weak. And actually, Alexios spot that and he's like, oh, Vasco is going too lame. And Alexios realized it with the score maybe. And he walled this. Oh, Vasco was going for the lame. He made Loom even. Sending a second Vil. And he's going to lame his opponent actually. That's a wild start, guys. We never saw this in Hidden Cup actually. Coming for the lame, he's sending Vils. He made Loom even. And now he's gonna go for to try to lame some resources. I mean, Alexios already lured both of his bows, so he should be fine on this side. And that should be annoying on the long term, but I mean, Vasco did Loom and he's sending 2 Vils forward. Is a huge commitment. Like, look at the resources collected. The discrepancy on the resources collected is getting bigger and bigger already. Alexios doing Loom as well to try to contest this one. This is super annoying actually. Alexios going for a mill. And Vasco will be annoying with it. I like Vasco trying things different. Cool. You did it, discrepancy? Yes, I'm enjoying discrepancy now. I'm a discrepancy enjoyer. I joined the Jordan Club recently. Reveals for Alexios trying to break this palisade. I mean, he can just open this one. He opened this one, he can delete this one, and then suddenly he has access to more wood. But yeah, still a bit tricky. Both are clicking up around the same times. One pop later. Oh no, actually, same population. Alexios got some idle TC though. And Alexios wants to kill Vasco da Gama's scout, and that's down. That's done. Going for the quick roll. I mean, he's 3 versus 2. Could clearly just go for the... Oh, oh, that was insane by Vasco. That was well played by him, and he managed to kill a villain, and he's going for it. Like, I mean, you can see Vasco is full of confidence right now. It's just possible. And the gate quick wall is going for the revenge. Oh no, the gate died because he was building the palisade. Okay, he got the revenge. It's fine. He got the revenge. It's fine. But the question is, who is going for what now? Barracks from Alexios, Barak from Vasco actually. The question is, who will go for what opening? Because now I think super short economy, super low economy for both of them. I think Scout is not on the menu for Vasco. Because like if he's going Scout versus Byzantine, he should struggle versus the Spear. And actually he's going Scout. I should think Alexios should go for a Barak. For an archery range maybe. And he could play like Spear Skirm. And Vasco could struggle big time actually. And Vasco does have a scout alive still, so he can still gather some info, which is actually super nice. So he will be able to gather information about what he's doing Vasco da Gama, and Vasco da Gama is blind, right? He has zero info about what he's doing Alexios. The only thing he knows is that there is a barrack because there is a spear, and that's it. That's the only info he gets. Alexios going for a second mill for a military building. That's interesting, not gonna lie. And still have the fish under the TC for Vasco. And we are going for Scout. And Alexios knows it. Alexios knows that his opponent is going for Scout. This lumber camp gonna be a disaster on the long run actually. Like, don't get me wrong, this lumber camp gonna be a disaster on the long run. Like, having this palisade everywhere gonna be so annoying. And the efficiency for this lumberjack will be a disaster. Alexios tried to lame some buffalo, I mean with his 1 HP scout. Tried something, why not? And now Alexios is not adding military building. Just casually going just for spear only. Maybe a dog soon. Okay, he's going for a range now. Going on a goal to go for some archer, or will he go for the skirm spear combo? We'll see. But yeah, for now he's going only for spear, and his opponent is going archer. That's why I was a bit scared about him not adding a range right away and going for a second mill. Because actually the thing is that, I mean, now he's one step behind his opponent. Like, his opponent is going for his combo, while Alexios will go for his first range. I mean, he can go spear skirm with Byzantine, that's true. But still, his opponent will have like a lot of archer, will have scout on the field, and scout archer is on this map by far the best combo possible. I mean, spear skirm is solid, but when the map is super open, actually archer skirm can just always find new angles to attack and to pressure his opponent. That at the end of the day, having scout archer is just cool. Spear skirm will need to chase everywhere, and as I said, scout archer like can attack on the top, the bottom, everywhere. But actually looks like Alexios knows it, and he's just going for the full wall. That's really interesting. Like, look at this. Alexios is about to be fully walled soon. I mean soon, because there is an archer now. Okay, quick gate wall. Kinda weird. We kinda misclick this. I think he wanted to the wall. But yeah, 2 spear, 2 skirms. Be able to finish the wall. I mean, that's some pressure. Vasco needs to be on point with the micro. He's killing 1 spear, but more are coming. And Alexios should be fine finishing the wall. He can wall from the range to the forest there. And he should be able to finish the wall soon. But he has a lot of idle build right now. He's busy with the micro. And as I said, the problem is this card's gonna drive him crazy actually. Or maybe he can wall them. Actually, maybe he can wall them. That's Vasco Palisade, but he forgot this. And Vasco is everywhere with the micro right now. He's driving Alexios crazy. Okay, he's losing this scout. That's good for Alexios. Alexios do not have skirm there. So Vasco should be able to deny this wall once again. And as I said, why I prefer scout skirm on this, scout's archer on this one? Because look at this. There is just too much angle to pressure your opponent. That's why I think Byzantine on this one is maybe a bit weak, especially versus scout archer. But right now, like, Alexios is defending pretty well. I mean, if he managed to clear this archer, in a very decent position. Just need to clear this archer. Fletching's in for Vasco already. If this could fall, like Alexios is in a really good position. Like he managed to reduce the archer number. He's finding a full wall. He should fall in a second. And now, being Byzantine's full wall, you have better army on water. You have like cheaper army on the land if you want to go like for skirm or camel on the long run. So it should be solid. Alexios needs to be wall in time though. Alexios needs to be wall in time. Alexios. That's a dead deal. No. Oh no! That's a disaster for Alexios. The quick wall failed. And now the army is going in. He's sending more, but there is archer. No! That's a disaster for Alexios now. That's a true disaster. Oh no, I think you want your ville to die. Doesn't want to let this army go in because now that's 2 dead ville. 2 dead ville for Alexios and suddenly the eco difference is huge. I mean, Vasco will once again lose his army, which on the long run shouldn't be too good because versus Byzantines you clearly want to scale with a good archer mass and you clearly want to go for this double gold combo. But I mean, that's some big economic damage. Alexios' economy is actually not that bad. Two of them would upgrade, adding some farms. Vasco da Gama economy is solid. He's going for Dock follow-up now. He's going for Dock follow-up, but he's not close from kicking up actually. But I think Alexios still in a good position. He managed to survive the storm. Now he's fully walled. Now, yes, he's a bit behind in economy, but his Byzantines, his units are cheaper. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. And I really think that now that he's fully walled, he does have the better save by far. Oh yeah. He needed to just let the ville die. I mean, he could have fast rolled it, but he kinda placed the foundation on his ville. And then the ville, he like spam clicked to be able to wall, but he spam clicked maybe too fast, and then the wall kinda bugged out on the palisade, and yeah, that's what happened, I guess. This counter attack can be really annoying for Vasco. Oh, imagine this is a demo. Demo? Oh, it's Calais. Oh, my dream. If it was a demo, that would have been a dream. I say it like this. We are losing the spear though for Alexios, which means if there is no spear, Skirm will die to this scout actually. Like we will just die to this scout actually. And wow, Vasco managed to click up faster. Vasco do have a solid 16 farms. Alexios is on 14 as well, and both are gonna transition into water. And that's where Byzantine will shine instantly well, because now the Byzantines will get better fire and should be able to really dominate the seal. Nice rewall from Alexios, not losing any veal, didn't lose it, well played. But this army will die to some scout though. Nice played by Alexios, and now he will get fire, and with this fire it should be enough. Okay, he's going back for the walling. Wall is fine. Alexios is playing well, he's using some stone to rewall, but now he does have the fire. I feel like he maybe forgot to click up, because he had solid 2-minute idle thesis, and he clearly forgot to click up, guys. Could have clicked up way before, and he kind of forgot. That's a bit of a mistake by Alexios. Nice save from Vasco on this build. Really nice one. Vasco is on fire right now. Really nice save, and now the spear just died. Vasco is almost up, and Alexios is 1 minute away from going up. Like, can Alexios stay GG because of the timing difference? I mean, he lost a lot of veils right now, and the score is not looking good at all. And if Vasco managed to go in, then it's gonna be light cav in the economy, and we do not have a stable ready for Alexios. GG. I mean, what can I say? Daniel confirmed. That's clearly Larry. Alexios is killing my Googles. What happened? I mean, I think this game is over, guys. Like, he cannot re-roll this. Galets are in. It's gonna be literally like 5 light calves. +2 Galet, War Galet. I mean, that game is over. Just straight over. I mean, Alexios kinda mess up forgetting to click up. He could have went for a tower, maybe. Could have maybe like re-rolled with a stone gate. I think 2 times in a row, Alexios like could still play. He could still try to win this one, but he was clearly in a bad position. I mean, it's like Vasco da Gama does have 7 Galley. Alexios only 2 fire in his dock. Yeah. Diri needs to play more for viewers' number. I mean, that's true. But you cannot ask a player to play more. If he thinks it's GG, it's GG, right? But okay. At least Diri can be like, okay, he used better sieves than me now. It's fine. It's fine. You know the meme with the dog, the house of in the house in the house is in fire. Like just sit on the table and he's like, it's fine. I'm fine. He used better sieve than me. I'm fine. That's the. I mean, he probably has a date tonight and must hurry. Yeah.
Arabia, Cup, and Bypass. Take it one game at a time, but
2-0, guys. Keep in mind that it's if it's a 4-0, like we are halfway from the end of the tournament. It's a 4-0 in this series. Like it's 2-0 already. Really quick games. I mean, 15k on YouTube. I have to say, I'm really surprised by this number. Like I was expecting easily like 8, 9, 10k on YouTube for the final, and I was talking with 90 yesterday, and he was telling me like that's crazy. I was not expecting a lot of viewers on YouTube, but at the same time, a lot of people like don't like Twitch too much. Like if you are on Twitch, like the Twitch is insane to chat with others and for the chat experience. Like Twitch on this part is really insane, right? But otherwise, YouTube is as good as Twitch or better. Or better. Like for example, you can go back in the live just by a click on YouTube. While on Twitch, you need to go for a clip or you need to go for in the video studio of the guy you are watching to go back, and then it's not available immediately. Like YouTube is insane. Like as a viewer, it's insane. But as someone that likes to chat and share his thought or wants to have the chat experience, Twitch is better on this. But actually, I think a lot of people just want to chill. Could be on YouTube. It's available immediately now. On Twitch? No, on Twitch no, it's not. I mean, on Twitch you can, but like it's need to like you have like 4-5 minute delay. Like if you go back in my stream, for example, and you cannot. YouTube is boring for viewers. Yeah, I mean YouTube is you clearly don't have the same chat experience on YouTube than on Twitch. Like I mean, if you're on Twitch because the overlay is cool and you can chat with others. That's the main thing, right? While when you are on YouTube, you just want to chill, watch good show, and just have fun. But you are not a chatter. I think when you are on YouTube, you are not into the chat thing idea. In my Googles, I'm loading the next one, and I'm gonna start it the Googles prediction actually. So Vasco winning 60% on the previous one, and Cup no. Now it's gonna be Cup Dravidians versus Japanese. Vasco won the previous one. Vasco won the first game as all. We are 2-0 for Vasco for now. And the prediction is up in 3, 2, 1. Vasco Alexios, guys. Times 2. Lose or you lose. And actually, Alexios was picking green for the first 2 games. And he decided to red, guys. Oh. Maybe he was like, you know what? I don't feel comfortable with green. Let's just switch my color. Like, let's just switch. And now Alexios playing in red versus Vasco in blue. Cup is known to be one of the era's favorite map. Vasco in blue, Alexios in red. Japanese Dravidians? We didn't see Dravidians yet on this map, I believe. I mean, it should be really solid with the extra 200 wood that you get when you reach a new age, especially to be able to play both pawns like at the same time. But like in the later game, I don't see how Dravidians win versus the Japanese. And I don't see. I could see also a problem like on Castle Age or maybe in Leaf as well versus the Japanese monks. So that's my analyze about this matchup. Like, Dravidians should be really good on the timing with the extra wood line. They should get like solid army, but overall could maybe struggle. Dravidians could maybe struggle versus monks and the Japanese infantry. I don't know what's the best though. Is wood steel infantry better than Japanese infantry? I think Japanese infantry is the best in the game. 96% versus 4? Really? No. Oh, it's 76 versus 24. That's, I mean, after the two first games, that makes sense, right? Like, Vasco was super dominant on the first two games, and Alexios didn't try too much. But as I said, maybe Alexios is like, okay, I lost and I'm in a bad spot. I need to save some energy. Because, like, what's the best? Losing in 20 minutes or losing, like, on a 2-hour game? Like, if I have to choose on in a best of 7, I clearly want to lose as fast as possible, so I don't waste energy. But then you're gonna tell me, yes, but then Vasco don't waste energy as well. That's true. Wood steel should destroy Japanese infantry, but you have to research it, while Japanese have to have it for free. I don't know if it's better, because I don't think the militia line is the units that have the most armor in the game. Like, engineering armor is strong, but like, I mean, how big is armor of your champion, right? If it's only 3 or 4, then it's like plus 3 attack, while Japanese is literally like firing, not firing, but like firing with the sword. Firing with the sword, 33% faster. That's a new insane statement by me, guys. Firing faster with the sword. That's... I am on something. I am on something there. Firing with the sword. Jesus. I mean, how do you say? Like, eating faster. Like, what should be the correct way to say it? I mean, for an archer, it's like Ethiopians archer fire faster, right? Swinging faster? Are you trolling me? I don't know. Swing? That's really the word? They are swinging faster. Swinging the sword. Okay. That, I don't know why swinging looks like you are trolling me, guys, with this word. So I could say Dravidian's Japanese men at arms does swing faster than no, Japanese men at arms does swing faster than the Dravidians one. King is right. I could be like, oh, look at this. Japanese men at arms are swinging like God versus the Dravidians infantry. They are destroying them. Oh, that's a new of my favorite word. I have to try to build a sentence with discrepancy and swinging in the same one. Discrepancy in swinging. Like, the discrepancy between both swinging speed is insane. Does it work? Yes, I'm such a Native American suddenly. Such a Native American. I need to stay humble with my accent though. I know you are a bit jealous of my Texas accent, but guys, please. Please guys, focus on the game. That's the final. So let's focus a bit more into the game. 2 lumber camp for Vasco da Gama. We are on 2 lumber camp as well for Alexios. We are about put 4 on gold for Alexios. So should means is he will commit a lot water, while Mr. Vasco da Gama is going for gold as well. Only one dock though. Second one being added for Alexios. And at the opposite, Vasco is going for barracks. That's interesting. So means Vasco will kinda give up with this pawn at least. Looks like he will give up, yeah. He won't fight for it. I mean, do we have the info about the second? No, it doesn't. Doesn't have the info. Maybe he's just thinking it's gonna be one dog versus one dog. And Vasco going for scout again. Vasco really likes scout rush. Double fire galley for Alexios. Alexios will be able to defend this. Don't lose the fish. And that's a fish with 26 food on it. Important to not lose it. Should be fine. Alexios will be able to push back this one. He has to be careful about the spears though. I like actually this idea for Vasco da Gama. Actually, keep in mind guys that the fire armor, like ship armor, is the same than cavalry armor. Which means spear will have the same bonus versus a scout than versus a ship. So it makes the spear really good versus the ship. And maybe then Japanese spear, like one barrack Japanese spear, one dock, be really good for Vasco da Gama. Vasco adding galley. Vasco using his scout to find some kills. He will raid the Alexios field. And no more spear are being added though. Second fire galley on the way. He's like buying time with the fact that his fishing ships are really good. He's about to, like, I like how he's using his to tank some damage. That's actually very smart. And I really think that Japanese fishing teams are actually super underrated. Like they are so good, just be used as a mid shield, that can be actually insane. Two spears from Alexios though on the field. So it will be tricky for Vasco da Gama to hold this. I mean, he needs to repair them. Okay, he's sending a Vil to repair the fire. And both are still fighting. Fishing ships are really low, but I think Vasco is ready to sacrifice them if needed. And I like how Vasco is microing with his scout. Like, that's a really nice micro. Really nice micro by Vasco. Vasco repairing his fire at the same time. And yeah, looks like a very good one for Vasco da Gama. Ooh, the scout versus the fire is not maybe the best idea. And maybe he realizes that his opponent was kinda fully wall and he was like, okay, my scout won't have any value. So let's just trade them versus the fire. But that was not the best trade I ever saw actually. Vasco da Gama farming. Alexios didn't start to farm yet. Let's check Alexios' first farm placement. Paradox Fury? Confirmed or what? Do we have a Fury for Leary? I think Leary is really the player that doesn't care about the farm placement. 1-2 fire. I really like how Vasco is repairing his navy. He's doing it really well. He's not losing a single boat. And yeah, he's really microing well for now. Using the scout again. I'm not sure about adding scout. Like Vasco is adding scout non-stop to help fighting on water, but not working too much for now. Or maybe the galley can snipe this one. That could be huge. Demo on the way. Should be a dead Vil. Split. Nice split actually. Galley finally sniped the Vil. That was well played. Or all the navy are so low for Vasco. Vasco about to lose every navy. Maybe the scout can get the revenge on the galley. It won't be the case. And actually the fishing ship is still working, but not as efficiently as it was. So I think Vasco is fine giving up water now. I mean, the fish aren't that great anymore. So I think giving up the water now is absolutely fine for Vasco. He just lost his fishing ship. Nice body block by the galley. Avoid the fish from deposit the food before dying. And Scout are still alive. Maybe Scout can find some kill on the fish. Would be great. The spear is being sent to deal with this. Let's see if I can feel like Vasco smelling this one. Like look at this. Vasco wants it too bad, so badly. He's like, give me. Demo maybe? He won't have it and he will lose the scout. I like how Vasco is fishing on the other dog, on the other pond though. It's like he realizes that adding some fire on the top was not that great. Actually, I really love this move by Alexios. He will value his fish a lot still. And at the end of the day, they should click up around the same time. And I would say Alexios is a bit ahead on the economy. You can see that Vasco got some idle TC. I mean, he did a lot of scout. Like, it was super expensive on the... Like, food-wise, it was really expensive. But at the end of the day, he had some idle TC. Like, 3 vills idle TC is a lot. But he should be able to click up, like, sometimes Alexios. So, it's still absolutely playable for both of them. But this time, Alexios is a bit ahead, guys. So, we might have not a quick one. We might have a long game, not a quick game. Which is pretty cool for everyone, for the show, for the viewers. Like, Vasco da Gama. Oh. That can be huge, guys, actually. Like, this all can be huge. Like, let's say 5 archer, sneak, can be a disaster. Like, this little hole could make the game. Vasco adding a second stable. And Alexios, what is doing Alexios? Is he doing pike? Is he doing like navy only? Okay, he's redocking on the other pawn. He wants to contest this one as well. But actually, I like that Vasco is going like double the stable knight. Like, keep in mind, guys, that Alexios come Nemos do not have any cavalry unit available. He only has scout available. Which means, versus a knight's Mangonel push, it could get tricky for Alexios to defend because he doesn't have like good cavalry. Doesn't have good monks as well, so he should only rely on the Mangonel. But playing Mangonel when your opponent does have cavalry is tricky. Not as easy, as it's really complicated. Like, it's easy for the opponent to just dive on your Mangonel and snipe it. So he will need to be on point if he wants it to work out, actually. I like how Alexios is just adding a fire there. So if in case Vasco wants to come forward, and if he's doing 2 stable, looks like he will go forward, and looks like that. Looks like this woman will be the one sent forward for a siege push. And yeah. So this will add like some map control and then it will get tricky for Vasco. Remember, guys, Vasco versus Gajamada did the same strategy. Exactly the same, but he went for Siege Workshop before Monastery and got punished by that. Why I think this time it was better to go Siege Shop first, because he's playing versus Dravidian. He just learned from his game versus Gajamada that it was better to go Monastery first, but actually he didn't adapt his strategy to this opponent civilization. I think the Siege opening was better, and imagine like a Siege now, a Mangonel would have denied the TC. That sounds like a details, but actually this time he chose to go for Monastery before the Siege, and it was not the best at this stage. Maybe he can deny with the monks though. It can be annoying. He won't deny it, but it can be annoying for sure. It can be really annoying. What is happening? Alexios is just burning the front of the Vasco's base. Vasco is going for 3T. Same from Alexios actually. And yeah, Vasco won't be able to deny this one. I mean, we'll try to delay it maybe. And Pike and Water Army will be Alexios' composition. I really like this at the end of the day. Especially versus Light Cav monks. I mean, at the end of the day, we are not going Knight for Vasco, we are going Light Cav. I'm a bit surprised by that, because keep in mind that Knight are cheaper on food than Light Cav. And right now, I mean, he only wants food for his TC. Be rolling, right? So, surprised by this only Light Cav plays. Go for Knights, but he will go for a push. Ooh, he could even consider like trying to break this. He doesn't have the info. Maybe he's just suspecting like an household. But he could go for this and just go to break in, and then Light Cav Red could be good. But he do not have this info. He cannot go for it. Post Imp Dravidian would still or Japanese champion stronger? I think the Japanese like faster swing should be better. Should be better. But I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure at all. But I think it should be better. Oh, and the Mogonel pops out at the worst timing possible. Okay, he's trying to open up the palisade to be able maybe to get a good shot before dying. Oh, what a target he did. Like actually, this attack ground was insane. Was really insane. Like he was being pressured by Lycav, he was repairing, he was dealing with it. And he managed to attack ground to save his Mangonel. That was a really well played by Alexios. Oh, don't lose the Mongo! Oh! Oh, the Mongo dies! Oh, that's annoying for Alexios. I mean, Alexios still in a decent position. He still have like the 2 pawns. But Alexios, like he lost 2 fire. They got converted by the monks. And I said earlier, guys, I said earlier that not having good monks for Dravidians could be a potential issue. And look at how Alexios will struggle versus this. Once Redemption is in, it's gonna be a huge struggle for Comnemos. Because actually, Siege Monks only answer Comnemos has versus Siege Monk is legit light cav. And right now, Alexios' economy is way too weak to afford light cav. Like he needs to add way more farms before being able to go light cav. And the thing is, he's kinda on a timer, right? Because he's getting pushed and his opponent is booming at the same time. Nice micro from both players. Once again, I said it was tricky to play Mongonels versus versus Cavalry. Because then the Cavalry can just dive on you and that's what's happening. Oh no, that's a disaster. That's a disaster for Comnemos. And if Comnemos lose this CC, I'm scared that he will get snowballed. Ah no, and he's going... Oh, this castle, bro. I mean, the TC doesn't have enough HP. Vasco can just run under the TC. He's running under the TC. He does have monks. We are sending the boys to try to defend. Oh, Mongonel, though. The thing is, Vasco is booming behind this. Or maybe a Nero Mongonel? Nero Mongonel. Out! Oh, no! New Mongonel being... Oh, and the castle is half built. So we cannot just... Maybe a Nero demo, only 1 monks die. And it's not looking good at all. We need a Nero Mongonel. We need a Mongonel to kill 4 of them. 5 of them, my bad. I talked about how hard it could be for... Oh god, oh god. Okay, we are popping out the Mongonel. This Mongonel will die. This Mongonel is dead. And oh, dead. Oh. 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 3-0 for Vasco da Gama. I mean, at this point, Alexios don't have choice. He has to try to build it and release the Mongonel last moment to try to defend that. But Dot is in final. We were all wrong. That throw, I mean, what throw are you talking about? Both were super close. Like, I never said Alexios was in a way better position when he was slightly ahead control map wise. But I said dealing with versus monks as Dravidians is actually like a nightmare. Vasco da Gama went monks stage knight. That's super hard to deal with that as Dravidian. That's super complicated to do. Maybe the answer should have been like opening not a second barracks but actually a stable, make his own light cav to avoid the Japanese player from going into monks, and then you are in a good position. Maybe that was key. There, 3-0. Like, we could be facing the final being the fastest set in the tournament. Can anyone else than Era play that good? I mean, except me, I don't see many players being able to afford to propose that good of a level, guys. Let's be honest. But unfortunately for the tournament, Like the day I had to qualify, I was a bit sick, and like my hands were a bit cold as well. And unfortunately for me myself and the tournament, I was like not feeling great, and I decided to let my teammates go for the final because he has more chance than like I was feeling a bit sick and such. But yes, except me, I don't see a lot of people. Let's be honest. After Hera, who do you see as the next champion coming in the future? I have to say right now, there's a lot of upcoming player. You have like Sebastian, you have like Andy, but Andy is not that young. Andy is like old already. He's like 26, 27, I believe. So I don't see Andy being the next champion. I see Andy being top 8 though. Top 8, maybe top 4 sometime. Some tournament, but I don't see him going higher because he's. I mean, I don't see him being top 4, but he has a lot of potential, but he's not that young. Otherwise, you take all the players under 20, 25, and you watch like under 25 and around 20. Like if you are top 20 before 25 or before 21 or 22, like you definitely have a lot of. Sebastian right now is the one improving the most. Mia has been improving the past year, same as me. Dark is coming back into a lot of tryhard in AoE as well, so Dark should be good. You have like Gookie, which is a female player. She's like 15 years old and she's like K1. So there is a lot of potential. You champion. When will you be in top 4, Margougou? I hope this as soon as possible. But to be top 4, I need to be top 16 before. And I actually think I do have the level to be top 16. But my main work has to be on my emotions when I play. When I play, I want to lose. I want to win so badly that I'm stressed of losing. And then it make me play way worse than what I play in the training partner. Like in the practice game, I was doing really well, and then I lost on the tournament the day. So I think I need to practice a bit and work on this. But otherwise, I think that on a good day, I can definitely. I hope I will soon. How do you fix that? I mean, you just learn to control your emotions. Just try to go for a routine. Then the routine. Then you're used to the same routine every day. Then you know exactly what's gonna happen. Also, like I was like with Doubt, and Doubt told me like try to have better plans in your game because actually you are so bad at this game, bro. You have zero plan and your plans are shit. But if you have a good plan in mind, like even if you are not feeling the best, like just following the plan will help you. Well, yeah, right now I'm not following any plan. I'm like, oh, that's a good save, let's go. I think I can improve a lot on the mental aspect maybe, and on the strategic aspect as well. And I mean, mechanically wise, I'm pretty good, but recently I was really bad this last two S tier because I didn't play too much for NEC because of the worst patch ever we had. I was just not motivated, and I had bad hotkeys, and now I have better hotkeys. So actually, I really hope that my new hotkeys will carry me next. But that's the thing. So like, that's the thing too. Like, I have been like casting 9 hours a day. This like 8 hours a day I was casting, and then for 2 hours after that I was like doing socials. I was like downloading my live on YouTube. I was like video editing a bit, even if I'm not doing too much. I was asking my guy to make some cool thumbnails, things like that. So like it took like 10 hours a day roughly. And like I cast it for a week, but then I'm not feeling playing after 10 hours of working on a casting. Right? So for a week I didn't practice. That could be a problem in the future if I decide to cast more often some tournament. Googles, let's make a predictions. You're right, guys. Give me a second. And I talked a bit with Dart about that. He told me, you look like a great caster. You are good. People likes you. Can improve on the casting desk. Better English. Can maybe cast like your event. Why not? But he said you gonna struggle doing like playing and casting. And for now, I think I can do both. But if I still like doing more cast in the future or participating in more cast for bigger tourneys as well, if people wants to invite me, and I would love that, I might struggle to like doing both. So he was like, for now you can chill on both because you are so bad at playing that you don't qualify, so you don't have a choice to make. But then he told me if
Hello, beautiful.
if you manage to be good at both, at one point you will be like forced to make a choice, and that won't be an easy choice. For now I don't have to make this choice, so it's fine. Thank you so much, Zig Zig, for the cast, man. Jesus dot burns. What dot burns? Doubt is my tip guy. He's giving me life tips and AoE tips and business tips. When I have a question, I go as Doubt. You are not good enough, so casting it is? No. He's not saying that. Era is really unplayable. Yeah, Era is really good these days. It's really insane, I have to say. Thank you so much for the sub, guys. Zig Zig. Business tips. I mean, don't get me wrong, but actually me choosing between playing, casting, or what type of content, English or French, I should do is actually a business choice for me as well. We want to know Doubt's life and business tips? Oh no. He's giving you guys enough tips on his stream. The tips he's giving to me is personal tips. Come on, let's win, my man. I really want to win. I mean, I will give my best as a player. Don't get me wrong. I want to qualify, man. Go. He's giving dating tips too. He has been giving some girls tip. Jordan and I at NAC. I won't reveal which, but he has been giving some tips. Some interesting ones, let's say. Jordan and I, it was funny. How about Woodlines? It's clearly better for Alex. Wow, bro, Alexios map, like, look at this, like, what is this map? I mean, Vasco da Gama map is not bad at all, but bro, Alexios map is not as bad as Khosrow versus Alexios, because on the Khosrow one, like Khosrow had legit 1 forest versus 10, but I mean, this one is fine. I think this one is fine. Better for Alexios, but fine. It's decent. This one is okay. But Alexios has a better map for sure. Gold in the back, like literally surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 6 forests. And Vasco is surrounded by 5 forests, but the forests are kind of further. Alexi, missing ship still. Alexios missing. I mean, it's fine. Missing ship on hybrid map is absolutely okay. I mean, it's okay. It's not something like super important. Alexios sending a second wheel on the top, so he wants to play water potentially. It's a best of 7, Mr. Bandana, so we are actually on 4 match point for Vasco da Gama. This one. And for now, it has been pretty one-sided, I have to say. This is the map that really only matters the wood game. The walling potential is nearly as bad as the other one. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, you can go for more like a wall. You can go for an ambitious wall. Not sure I want to go for this one. Okay, Vasco da Gama opening barracks, and Alexios opening for naval army. So looks like Mr. Alexios wants play the water and to win the water pretty fast. And look at Alexios, like he will be able to play the water and to wall himself really fast as well. It's gonna be really good for Alexios. He's gonna be in a really good spot thanks to his map. Like he will be able to wall so quick and so efficiently that he might be in a good spot, I guess. I mean, he will be able to defend his map properly. Vasco da Gama going to lame the ship once again. Vasco special, as I like to call it. That's the Vasco special. And yeah. Alexios trying to do the same. I mean, at this point, don't go for. I mean, don't go for a goat only. You're going under on, only if there is like 3 dog to steal. Goat to steal at least. And interesting that Vasco is going for Galley. Looks like Vasco wants to try to fish snipe. I like this idea. I like this idea of fish sniping. The era special, as every boy else calls it. Yeah. I mean, that's clearly the era special. And I'm pretty sure that you guys, whatever your level, you hate it. Like, you hate it as well. Because I'm pretty sure that because of this in tournament, like around 10, 1200, people just gonna go like do the same to you guys. It's gonna be like so toxic. Doesn't work for you, Resbu? That's maybe why you are not winning HiddenCup 5, man. That's maybe why. Only Galley though. I think he wanted to go for a Galley snipe, then he quickly realizes that his opponent was not underestimating his Galley snipe and was going for 4 fire. And yeah, the archers are coming, but we do already have some games in defense. Should be really good for Alexios. One day you will, but I'm staying humble. Not looking too humble to me. Okay, Vasco trying to kill this field. Will not have it, I think. Able to house with the fire elk. We are going for some stable now for Vasco. This one is actually looking really good for Alexios. This one is actually looking really good for Alexios. Like really, really good. That's looking really good for Alexios right now. Like he won water. His opponent didn't manage to damage him too much. He's about to fully wall release. So clearly looking really good for Alexios. I mean, does he have a stone in the back? He has a stone there, so he should be fine. Yeah, it's looking really good for Alexios. Because Vasco is going for some kind of EV pressure full to dodge. I mean, he doesn't have the choice, right? He doesn't have the water, so he needs to try something. But really late. The pressure on. I mean, maybe he wants to surprise his opponent to attack suddenly with like 3 scouts and a lot of archer. I mean, he knows his opponent doesn't have any scout, so his opponent might be like underestimating his army. But I mean, the spear just gather the information. So I mean, oh, that could be a disaster. He needs to leave now. Okay, he's leaving. Should be fine. He will sacrifice the skirm, but should be able to escape. Yeah, he's fine. He's losing 1 Vil, but it's absolutely fine. Losing a Vil is absolutely fine. Oh, don't send them back though. Yeah, he will just go for a market and we'll be able to click. There's gonna be market houses and we'll be able to click up. Second lumber camp incoming as well. He has fish, he is ahead, he's closer to click up than his opponent, so clearly in a decent position. Should be in a good position actually. He clicked up before his opponent. His economy is not the best, let's be honest. He doesn't have anything on the farms. Actually, what is the chance that Alexios was art? Guys, what is the chance? It's possible. It's still possible. I still think there's a chance Alexios is art. I still think there's a chance. 59%? This I didn't. We are rerolling everywhere. We have a lot of idle. Like constantly, he has always idols. What if Alexios is Sebastian? That trained with Art. And Art was Alfred the Alpaca. How possible is this? Man's burning the food again. That's some pressure, but he should be able to clean this. The skirm and the spear. I mean, this spear micro was really hard. I mean, if I wanted to, I could go on my Steam friends and check who is online and who's not. Actually, no. No, they are playing on different accounts. I couldn't do that, actually. I couldn't do that. We are starting to cook again. I mean, it's too late. It's too late. I made my predictions. It's too late to cook. Too late to cook. Second TC for Alexios Komnenos. And we are going Archer. Archer Knight for Mr. Vasco da Gama. Archer Knight is what Vasco da Gama is game. Too late, too late. Yeah, it's too late anyway. It's too late. Let's stop asking questions. Let's just enjoy the game. Vasco da Gama gonna put a lot of pressure on Alexios though. He will put a lot of pressure on Alexios though. That should be good. I mean, we do not have bloodline. We have the +1 only for Alexios, and Alexios is losing a lot of army. Alexios is giving off a lot of army, and his opponent does have like a solid 70 farm, solid a lot of gold, going for a second lumber camp as well. I mean, Vasco da Gama is playing well, putting the pressure on his opponent. He's 1 TC versus 2. We are really opening this up. Okay, should be fine. I was scared for a moment, but look at the worker efficiency last minute. It's better for Vasco da Gama by 10%. And 10% is actually the difference in the economy. And keep in mind that the fish will little by little will be less and less in fish. So I actually think Vasco da Gama position is absolutely solid. He's going for double stable, 1 range. His position is actually, oh, he's running in. Could be a disaster for Alexios. Oh, he forgot some archer? What? He doesn't have any archer anymore? Okay, Alexios is fine. Alexios is fine. He has a monastery. For some reason, I was expecting Vasco da Gama to have more archer, but he lost his archer, which is big. Like, even keeping 4 archer alive, and he could just snipe the monks one after the other. Like, losing those archer was actually kinda a big mistake for Vasco. Not a big mistake because it was not easy to keep them alive, but it would have been insane to keep them alive to be able to snipe the monk. Snipe the monks could be like insanely good, especially versus Lithuanians. Like if you can avoid Lithuanians to go like full monks, it's actually really good. Actually, we have Mr. Vasco da Gama going for monks as well. He has 1 relic in already, going for the second thesis. Potentially the third one coming soon somewhere, maybe on an extra gold. He has 1 gold there and 1 gold there, so his gold should be fine. So he can go for a stone or for a wood line only. And we have Vasco da Gama that is taking the relics from the Lithuanians. That's actually a good news for him. And he could go for camel actually now. I mean, he's just making knight, but he could definitely go for camel. Could definitely go for camel. That should be a conversion, yeah. That should be a conversion, and I like how he's taking all the relics. Like he has 1 relic, the second and the third on the way, and the 4th and the 5th are kinda super far from Alexios' monastery. So Vasco da Gama should be able to grab them as well. I mean, if you know where they are, you don't know about the one on the south and one on the... He could expect it, maybe. That should be like always the same for this map. Like 3 relics on the middle and 1 on the bottom and 1 on the top. But yeah, blue is playing really well. He's denying the relics from Alexios. Denying the relic from Alexios, and standing and making a lot of knights. He could go for camel though. Going for camel should be maybe better for Vasco now. I mean, he doesn't see any archer, he doesn't see any pike against him yet. So, oh, it could be a really bad fight actually for that. Oh no, he's losing all the monks. He's losing all the monks. That could be the GG fight. He's losing all the monks. 0 conversion in for Alexios. That was the worst fight possible. He lost all the monks. Now he's just outnumbered on the monks. And I don't see how he can come back from this. I mean, he will just get traded to death. He will never. Oh, he's tilted. He's going for the engage. No. Okay, but now he's losing. Now the vill number is the same. I mean, vill number is ahead even for Vasco. And Vasco could still add some camels. Vasco could add some camels even. Vaxos will get like 5 relics. He will have 5 relics. Alliance. He will be able to go for camels as well. And looks like it's gonna be a 4-0. That's not what we wanted. That's not what we needed. I can tell you T90 is not a big fan of this. Worst Hidden Cup final. I mean, that was not the closest for sure. Devotion +2 now. And yeah, I just don't see how Alexios can come back from this now. He's just going for the counter attack actually. Counter attack will have some potential. I mean, there is not too much monks around. It could be insane, but we do not have the +2. And the TCs don't have the +2. So it will not be easy. It will not be easy for Vasco. Vasco could make some monks too. Vasco kinda forgot about the monks. He could make some, about the camels, sorry. He could make some camels. Deal with that. He's not making any camels. That's surprising to me. I mean, you know, maybe he wants to be able to snowball under the enemy town center at one point. But yeah. The thing is, he's fighting versus +2 TCs with only +1 defense. That's clearly not the best. And I mean, we are about to... I mean, we are dying for Alexios there now. Yeah, look at the difference on the HP bar. We are dying for Alexios, unfortunately. 30 being added. Panic to be able to survive in case we are losing the fight, and we are losing this fight. We are losing this fight, and the night trade will be insanely... GG, well play, congrats, 4-0. That was the 1 hour 15 set? Wow.